We live?
Mhm.
Okay. What's up, guys? We're back with the Worthless Opinions podcast. I'm here with Twisty, Low Smurf, and Cosmic, and I'm obviously Aggro. So we're just gonna go down the line, do a little bit of an introduction, especially starting with Cosmic, of course, because he is the special guest. So take it away, Cosmic.
What's up, guys? My name's Cosmic. I have a YouTube channel called Cosmic Flu. I do a bunch of concepts for future Fortnite seasons on there if you want to check it out.
All right, guys. Hey, anyone that doesn't subscribe to Cosmic right now, so you know you're banned from the chat.
You're forced to do it right now.
Yeah, facts. I don't know why my Discord is crashed. I don't know what's going on. Damn, sorry that.
All right.
All right, we good?
Yep.
Well, you guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I can't see anything on my screen right now. I don't know what's going on, but I think we're good.
Yeah. All right. All right. So I feel like we should talk about first impressions of season 3. I know it's like only been a week ish now. So what do you guys think of the season?
We can start. I think that personally, the cars are not that annoying. Like, I found the cars to be pretty fun, and there's ways to counter them too. Like, I've shot cars out when I'm not even in a car, but also just get in a car. Like, it's not that hard. I feel like, I just think that it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? That's like my main takeaway from the season.
Yeah. I feel like.
Yeah, people are overreacting.
Yeah, 100%.
Which
I
is
mean,
not a surprise.
Yeah, like I feel like anything that Fortnite does at this point, no matter what it is, any season that comes out, someone's gonna complain. Especially like, I mean, we've never seen this big of a split between players, but still, like, there's always been that kind of stigma around the two.
Yeah.
So I'm not really surprised with how much complaints we got this season.
I honestly am kind of surprised. Like we get complaints every season. We got complaints in season 1, got complaints in season 2, but I feel like this is probably like one of the most divisive season we've gotten in a long time. I can't like remember the last time there were like two completely different people feeling about this season, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay,
Yeah,
it's like one side of the community loves it, thinks it's awesome, and then the competitive side just completely hates it. And it's just terrible, you know? Just I don't know, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, because there's like no in between. Like it seems like pretty harsh. Like it's like
Yeah.
either people are like, "Oh no, I hate this season. It's terrible. I don't know what Fortnite was thinking," or they're like, "It's one of the best seasons we've had."
Yeah.
Of course, to start
Yeah.
out, like it's yet to be seen of how the momentum goes with it. Like, I mean, me personally, I think the potential's crazy, and I am on the wagon of thinking it's probably one of the best starts we've had to a season, at least since Chapter 2.
yeah, no, 100%. I will say I didn't expect to see the split that we got, but like I did
no.
expect to hear a ton of complaints because we get that every season. But
We'll
like,
Competitive just hates anything that changes the game too much.
yeah,
Like when the
exactly.
meta just completely flipped upside down this season.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think that's one that we needed though, because I feel like Chapter 5 has done something crazy each time it's introduced a new season. Like I think Season 1 introduced mods, and it introduced a lot more than just mods, but that was like the big thing. Season 2 had a lot of crazy POIs in my opinion, and then Season 3 is now like changing how cars work and everything like that. And I think
Yeah.
it brings a lot more to the game than we had before.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I feel like cars have needed some sort of change for a while. Like, it's just kind of crazy that cars have
Yeah.
basically stayed the same since they were introduced. I know in Chapter 3, we kind of got, like, the cow catcher and the tires, and
Yeah.
that was really cool. But at the same time, it's like, this is the first time
It left
cars...
after like a season.
Yeah. And this is the first time cars have, like, majorly changed, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
what I want to know though is like post season 3, what do we do with cars? Do we keep the weapon mods like onto the cars, like, or do we just go back to cars being nothing but rotations?
Well,
I was thinking about that too. I feel like we're definitely gonna get rid of weapon mode. I don't know though.
Yeah,
about
I
you
think
guys.
Chapter 6 is gonna get rid of it for sure.
Yeah, but
I bet
if
the off-road tires will stay. Like
Yeah.
the basic stuff, like the off-road tires.
Yeah,
and the
like
cow
I
catcher.
think car mods should have never left, like off-road tires and stuff like that.
yeah.
yeah,
But
it doesn't make sense to have them in the game.
Yeah, the car mods, I feel like they're just this season's thing. Like the Greek mythics were last season's thing, you know. Car mods are definitely this season's things, especially since we're getting Marvel next season. It's confirmed at this point. I don't care what anyone says, the roadmap's real.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's no denying at this point. And especially like with all the leaks that we got with like the Wolverine mythic being updated, like it's happening for sure.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I feel like with that, well, I was saying this. I think I said this before on stream maybe, but I feel like we're gonna start out with the car meta, and then we're gonna slowly shift away from it in this season itself because they're gonna get kind of nerfed. And there's gonna be a lot more counters to it, and it's gonna slowly go into more gunplay by the end of the season. I feel like. So I don't think the entire season is gonna revolve around cars. And I think that's a cool idea to go from one side of chaos to another side. But
And
yeah,
also players are gonna adapt to it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's
And
no
the nerf
way.
today was huge.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I
that was
haven't-
wild.
talking
I
about
haven't played post nerf yet, so like I have no idea like how big all of the changes really were.
Yeah, I haven't played it at all today, so I don't know, bro. All I'm gonna say is what they did was crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, like they went down the board, not just one or two things. Like they nerfed everything to some
Yeah.
capacity.
They listened to every single complaint because I looked at the list. They quite literally nerfed everything that there was a complaint about, which is wild.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and it's like,
wild.
are boogie bombs here to stay, or are they just here till EMPs are like unvaulted?
I
I
hope they
think they're
just
just
say,
here to get people out of cars.
yeah,
I think the boogie bomb takes you out of the car.
Yeah, and I think that would be better than the EMP for the people that want like a defensive thing, because the EMPs are just going to disable it. You still have to shoot the car. But if you have
They
the
should have
boogie
brought the
bombs, they can
Anvil
straight
rocket
out,
launcher
yeah.
back.
Yeah, 100% with that.
the EMP is just such like a. It would just slow down gameplay, especially when everyone's in a car. Now you just like you can't drive for 30 seconds straight. Like it's just gonna be annoying. It's not really gonna be that fun to play anymore. I feel like.
Yeah, like the whole like thing of the season. What was I gonna say? The whole thing of the season is fight in the cars. Like that's the whole thing. That's why you're playing this season, right? And so just to
Yeah.
have it like destroyed by like one EMP and then you have to get out and fight, that's just like why don't we just go back to season 1 at that point, Because it's
Exactly.
just that with without the vehicles. So it's just I don't know.
And see, the thing is too, if they strip the vehicles from being so important, people are just going to complain because, like you said, that's the main attraction of the season. Like you take cars away, like we have what, like a couple new weapons, which would be pretty useless. Like the bowcaster would be pretty useless without cars, and then you have the machinist AR, but there's only one of those on the map.
Yeah.
So it's like other than a new biome, like you don't really have anything.
Yeah, not even to mention that most of the stuff they're adding later on is all 4 cars.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It just wouldn't make sense to get rid of all that stuff. I feel like they should have kept the cars how they were until the first update where they introduced whatever they're doing, like the follow stuff
Well,
or the minigun.
Also, too, the car hijacking. Like, what happened to that? Like,
Yeah,
this would have been the perfect time to add that. Unless, like we said, that these mods are going to be implemented in further seasons, then it would make sense.
I feel like
Yeah,
for why
but
they're building
I
it.
wouldn't see why we would need it as much in a season that's not like this. Like I feel like this would be the best, like you said, to
Whoa.
have that.
Hold up, guys. The GOAT is in the chat. Clark.
Oh, yo, no way.
Shit.
What's good, Clark?
He says, I think the issue is honestly just splitting the loot pools. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, facts. I was gonna, yeah, bro.
It's like,
You go.
no, you're good. You go ahead.
I feel like why do we need to like live in the same type of gameplay as pro players that have completely different play styles? Like they will always play the same way no matter what. They don't really care for what's added in the seasons. Like every time there's a new season, pro players are not as hyped as casual players are because they know they're gonna play with the exact same play style no matter what. Even when the pump was added, like some of them were using the gatekeeper, but so many of them are still using the pump for no reason.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like I said, it's like anything that's not a scar or a pump, like they don't care.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think, like Clark said in this comment, like, I think that's the biggest issue is like, we've seen, I mean, I don't have specific examples off the top of my head, but it's like through chapter 3, 4, and 5, like, there's been items that have just completely been gone from the loot pool. And we all know it's because in competitive, it's just going to ruin it for all of them. So it's just
Exactly.
like, I don't know. We had so many people complain that like Fortnite's not fun anymore. It's not goofy enough. And then this season gives us exactly that. And then now they want the opposite again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here,
like 1 week. It takes them 1 week to switch the entire playstyle of the season.
yeah, but here's the thing, right? I've seen so many people say like, why not just split up the loot pool between competitive and pubs? And like that probably should happen, but the thing is, the competitive landscape just kind of wants like they want to remove cars and nitro. And I get it. Like I understand why you would want it removed, but at the same time, like the cars and the nitro are the main thing of the season. Like if you're just once again, if you're just removing the cars and the nitro, that's just you're playing season chapter 5 season 1 at that point. Like it's not.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
with the desert biome now, and yeah, it's just I don't know. Like it's like we said, I just think it's for the sake of complaining.
Exactly.
But there are people with valid points, and if you don't like the season, like that's fine. But I don't know. Like I think it's something new and fun, and it's like I really hope that Epic doesn't take from this of like being scared to try new things because
That was my thing too when I said like I'm a little nervous now for season 4. What if there was a lot of things they plan on putting in that they're not gonna put in now? Pro players are mad.
we'll see.
And
It's like I said, like the Marvel Mythics though, like those are pretty divisive at the time, and then it's like now everyone looks back at that season and it's like, oh, it's goated. Like the Marvel powers were so fun to use. So
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
yeah.
always
The
what
Marvel
happens.
the Marvel Mythics weren't in Arena, were they? Like not all of them were.
I don't
Uh,
recall.
I'm not sure actually.
I
I
wasn't
think the
that
Stark
deep.
thing was.
Yeah,
Like
the Unibeam definitely wasn't.
yeah. It wasn't? I thought it was.
I don't think it was because I think I remember like I tried playing Arena once and I didn't like it because all the fun stuff wasn't there.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I do know that I just remember Mongrel landing there all the time, but you might be right about the mythics not being there.
yeah. But here's
But yeah,
but
I
it's
mean the only thing I hear against splitting the loot pool is that like pro players can't practice, but like you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like there's a certain point where you have to understand that if you want to play ranked, you got to play ranked. Like that's gonna be where you have to experience your own game. Like
Yeah.
you can't just like mix in both. It doesn't make sense to me.
oh, I get what you mean, like practicing in
Yeah,
pubs.
like I just think that's stupid. Like just practice in arena or whatever it's called now, ranked. Like you can't, you know what I mean? You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Well, I know, like when you first get those few matches of arena, ranked. It's like a lot of it's bots, and it's like if those
Yeah,
players are a lot worse than you, I mean, you're already getting your practice in of itself right there.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's why it's like I feel like people just go into pubs that play comp because they just want to feel good about themselves for 30 minutes before they go back over to ranked.
That's facts. I
People
mean, I
also
guess they
just
can't feel
complain to
good about themselves
complain.
now. Yeah, that's true.
It's the
Because like
Fortnite
and
community.
people were complaining about OG. Like they were begging for OG to come and then they just complained as soon as it came out.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that is true. Because there's so much stuff missing. Which I mean, to be fair, I did feel like OG was a little half-assed, but they got what they wanted and they still got mad. Like I just don't really
Yeah.
get that.
See, it's like I don't know. Like I just and this I know this isn't a good solution to a lot of things because it's not. But in a lot of situations with the Fortnite community, like I wish we just enjoy what we have, why we have it.
Yeah.
Like even the seasons that I haven't been a big fan of, like I know last week we talked about Wilds. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but like the repeater rifle, like stuff like that. Like it was fun while we had it, but I don't want to go back to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone in
having
chat said that we should have like a car season or a car tournament like we did with the Marvel Mythic,
mm,
which I think would be cool.
Oh, like a what
like
was that called? Marvel Showdown?
Marvel Knockout
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Marvel knock yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
Knockout,
That was
yeah.
so fun.
Like that was a good LTM. I do think cars should still be in the regular game, but it would be cool to get a tournament for that too.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I've kind of wanted to do that with my viewers too, like a custom at the Nitro Dome. Like everyone get a
yeah.
car all jacked up in there. Like that'd be
Sick.
awesome.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So do you guys think like the novelty for yourself, not just the community, but like do you think the novelty of the cars will wear off for you as the season goes on? Like the stuff outside of cars, do you think that's going to be enough to like withhold your opinion on it?
I feel like
There was
Um,
basically nothing outside of cars though.
that's
Like
true.
2 weapons, a few POIs, but other than that it was just all cars.
Yeah, well, I think they're adding a lot of stuff, which I am happy about. I think they're adding a lot of stuff later, so the cars are the main focus for like the first 2 weeks. Because there was a lot of stuff in that trailer that like we have not seen in the game at all right now.
Yeah.
So I think that they're slowly gonna shift like our interests. So I do think that even when I do get bored of cars, which is gonna happen probably, I will still be happy. And
Well, see,
like Clark said, there's still the fist in the game too,
yeah,
like
that's what I was
Nitro.
about to say. Like the nitro in of itself, like when you're nitroed up, like I feel like that in itself is a huge gameplay change. I just don't think people have realized it quite yet because they're,
Yeah.
Yeah,
most people are
you
like,
can.
"Oh, gotta get my car."
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why like pros are really mad about this season. Like Nitro lets you just completely break through builds, and it's making them realize that like Fortnite is a gun
Yeah, the game's
game,
kinda
and
got
you can't
bugged.
just like build yourself out of every single situation. You know, it's like
Exactly.
uh, I don't know.
Yeah, and like you
Building got
guys
really out of
mentioned,
hand.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Like I play build, I'd say like 10% of the time, and I don't know. I feel like in the past few years, it's just gotten just too much.
I
You know what
feel
I
you.
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean, I
playing pretty much
mostly
only zero build
okay.
at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mostly play builds, but like the thing with builds that's really annoying. People just hide, and I will say honestly, it honestly feels like zero build takes more skill at this point because nobody fights in builds anymore. They just box up. So like,
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah,
really see the fun playing. Like I'm slowly starting to play zero builds way more. Because nobody does anything in builds.
yeah,
Like that's
because
why
like
they're
There's
so
more
mad with
action
the
in zero
season.
build.
I
Yeah,
feel like zero builds is fun because like you said, it's like it's fun to find like a corner to peek around and get a shot off on somebody and like use the environment strategically instead of being like, oh yeah, let's box up, hill up, wait for them to push me, pump
Yeah,
them in the face, run away, box up again.
yeah.
rinse and
Like
repeat,
editing takes
bro.
a lot of skill, but like the skill to be able to use your environment, I feel like you don't need that skill to edit anymore. It's just like an added on bonus you have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So do you guys want to turn it over to chat? Like they're just first impressions of season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, chat.
let's do it.
So yeah, like what do you guys in chat think about the season? And we'll all go through and pick like a specific comment that we want to address or get you to elaborate on or something like that. Let's see. Who wants to go first?
Mhm.
Let's
Okay, someone's saying it sucks, but it's also good. I'm gonna say I've been dying way more often this season. Like I've been dying in the craziest ways possible. Like it's insane, but I've been having a lot of fun during this season, which is crazy, bro. Because like dying isn't fun in game, you know? Like it sucks.
Yeah.
But I feel like recently I've just been having a lot more fun just just playing around, you know? And another thing, chat, lots of the enjoyment from this season comes from playing with friends. This season
Yeah.
is like 1,000 times more fun with friends.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. I don't like solos are still pretty fun though. Like being in my car, like chasing somebody down, quickly switching to the turret, putting some bullets into them and then like going back to catch back up is fun. But like yeah, playing especially with squads. I don't know if you guys have gotten that part yet where you're like two separate cars like
Mhm.
running around like it is so chaotic, dude.
Yeah. There was one point where I was on stream with Smurf and we both got like two mythic cars. We were just running through the lobby for like a little bit of the game.
Yeah.
And that was just a lot of fun. Like we died that game. But like I feel like to make a good game, you have to like someone has to be able to have fun while still dying. And like
Yeah.
not get annoyed. I feel like that season does a really good job of that. Where like when I die, I don't even really care anymore because I'm happy to go into a new match.
Yeah, like I'm playing the season for like the content that we have and like the car fights. Like I'm not really finding myself caring all that much about winning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm dying in the wildest way possible that it's not even like annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like somebody uppercutted me when I was in a car with the nitro fist and it was just hilarious. Like they uppercutted the car right into the storm and I had no time to get back. It was hilarious.
yeah. Like it's honestly just funny when you die to a car, especially when it lags too. Like a lot of times you just lag out like last second when you die into a car, and it's just kind of funny. Like I don't even really care anymore.
Dude,
Yeah,
they're
like
so ridiculously fast that like it's insane.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
yeah, like that one clip that aggro you and Brizzy and me like did on stream, you know, like where you were running
yeah,
away from them, and yeah, that was just so funny.
yeah. Like I started laughing because like I don't even care at that point. Like it provides good content too. I mean, a lot of people can't obviously relate to that, but for us too, we kind of have to look at the season a different way. I feel like so I do kind of look through it in a different lens at some points to try to identify with the people because I am getting content out of it and some people aren't. But I feel like even then, if I wasn't, I'd still be having a lot.
Well, I don't know, like for me at least with my content, like I have a video coming out on the season tomorrow, and then there'll be one more after that. But after that, it's just back to my typical like retrospect stuff. So like, I don't know. I guess it is a little different for me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See,
I understand.
Press start says, "What's your guys' opinion on Nitro Fist?" I personally think they're the best. I don't know like what you would classify them as, but like a seasonal item. I think it's the best since the kinetic blade.
Yeah, and I really did like the kinetic blade. I would say out of all the stuff we got in chapter 4, just behind the shockwave hammer, I like the fist the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love
Dude,
the
the
fist.
shockwave
I was
hammer
just
was
about to
great.
compare them to the Kinetic Blade.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're like the kinetic blade. It was great for rotations, getting around the map. But it was also good like if you were pinned down by an enemy, you could get a few good shots in on them. But with the kinetic blade, also too, you had that animation at the end where you would stop and be vulnerable for a second. And I
Yeah.
honestly kind of find it hard to combat people with Nitro Fist so far that are just like spamming.
Yeah, the kinetic blade was, in my opinion, only really good for movement. Like when you fought with them, they were kind of clunky. I feel like.
Oh
Where
yeah,
the
the
fists were
Nitro
very
Fists are
active.
they're much better for
Yeah.
like fighting people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they are still like a really good movement item.
100%. No, yeah. Well, they did. I think they nerfed what is it, the cooldown on them, or like it takes long now, which is kind of annoying because that was like the
Yeah.
best way to get away from cars
Yeah,
was to use
My
the night.
biggest like the thing I hate the most about the Nitro Fist is that you can't slide after you like do the dash. And in zero
Yeah,
mode,
yeah.
that's just so annoying. It's so annoying.
yeah.
I kept trying to do it. It wasn't work. I just kept crouching. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Someone
Yeah,
else, what's their
someone
opinion on the war bus? I thought it was
Warbucks
uh
sucks.
yeah,
Warbucks
I'm
so
gonna
like
be
sucks.
honest with you.
it's not like that good.
No,
It's a cool
I
addition, but
I've only encountered one squad that used it like in a way where they took out my car.
yeah.
Otherwise, like
One thing I did find out is the war bus has a built-in EMP on it, so when you run into a car, it gets EMP'd. That's what I found
yeah,
out about it.
You have
but
to
that
it's
was
honk
pretty
the
cool.
horn.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's just like for most of the time, it's like you just find those things like abandoned somewhere.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Like I do think it's funny though, like when you hear someone driving it and the music is like blasting.
Yeah, that is
Metallica
cool. I
music
did like how
just
they did that.
blasting.
Someone said it's too hard to get. That's kind of facts though too. I feel like when I heard it was gonna be in the game, I thought it was gonna be like there was gonna be way one on the map that like nobody really even grabs.
Yeah.
Isn't there two?
Is
There's
there?
two,
Well,
yeah.
maybe there's two if there's two bosses moving, but if there's only one, I'm pretty sure there's only one boss.
Yeah, and another
Aren't
thing.
there marauders driving around the map? Like even when there's no boss?
Oh wait, yeah, maybe, yeah, you may be right actually.
Probably, I think so.
Someone said opinion on the Fallout collab.
I think the
Is there gonna
skins.
be more?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
gonna
I
add a
think there's gonna be
gun.
more skins too.
There's gonna
Like
be
they
a
are adding
gun
guns.
and more skins. But I think the skins are
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's just a bit bulky. And Nuka-Cola is pretty cool. It's just like a reskin Slurp Juice in a sense.
Yeah, Nuka Cola is nice. The skin in the past, like you said, like I think its two edit styles are really, really awesome, but it's just I don't know, it's just too bulky for my preference.
Yeah, I wouldn't use like I do really like Follow, but I'm probably never gonna use that skin because I'm not trying to get shot at the air.
Yeah. Like now if we get vault suits and stuff, like yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Which I imagine we probably it'd be such a missed opportunity if they don't do that.
Yeah, they can do what they did with Tron and just like put them all
Yeah,
in suits.
default
Yeah,
skin.
I saw a concept somewhere where it was just defaults wearing the suits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's
Another
not.
thing
Did you
I-
guys see Call of Duty's attempt at it?
Oh yeah, that
No, I haven't.
that
No.
actually looks pretty
Yeah.
terrible, low key.
Yeah, you have like Ghost in a Fallout suit. Like it just doesn't
It
work.
just I don't know,
It's because
man.
Call of Duty has the heroes. Like they need to make the skins look like the characters, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, some of them. It just depends. Like some of them resemble like the character you're using, and then some of them don't. COD version is literally the meme, yeah, for real. I thought it was fake when I first saw it.
That's funny. Thinking it's fake. You know it's bad.
Someone said,
Well,
yeah, I don't know, Walter White boss, bro. That's facts.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be a good collab for this season for
The
sure.
crazy thing is, all of like the quote tweets for the announcement of the Fallout collab is literally just Fortnite did it better.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's 95% of what Call of Duty does. Fortnite does better.
yeah, like
That is true.
And that's coming from somebody who grew up on Call of Duty.
yeah,
Like
me
I,
too.
I don't have bitterness against Call of Duty. It's just they've fallen and Fortnite has done every single thing better. But to be fair, they do it better than like 95% of the games out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like Call of Duty's problem is that they don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good games, but they don't really reform enough. Like they're kind of the same game each time.
Yeah.
It's because
And it's
they
also
rush to get one out every year.
Yeah, exactly.
and now what they did with like Warzone 1, where they're like, oh yeah, all those pretty skins that you bought, all those battle passes, meaningless. Like, I have no trust or no desire to get any skins for that game anymore because it's like in 2 years from now, they're probably just going to wipe them away.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, do you guys want to
That would be
do you
hard.
guys want to switch over to impressions on the battle pass?
Yeah, we can do that.
I really like the
So,
battle pass.
yeah, me too. I I don't know, as I really enjoyed season 1 and season two's battle pass, but I definitely think this one, albeit it could be recency biasy, but I think this is probably my favorite one from chapter 5 so far.
Yeah, 100%.
I liked season 2's a lot.
Yeah, I like season 2's at first, and I still do like it, but like I didn't really use any of it. It's like I'm probably still gonna use the mechanics the rest after the season.
See, I feel like that's the problem with heavily themed battle passes, and I mean, of course, we'll see if this one stands up after. Is it's like once you lose that theming, like for me at least, like it's kind of you feel less motivated to use like the Greek skins now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm just not gonna whip out Hades in the middle of the desert. It doesn't doesn't feel right.
Yeah, the thing about the thing about the Greek gods battle pass is like you had to stick with the Greek gods. Like you could have like drifted off and made your own like things, but in reality you had to stick with the Greek gods. You had to do Zeus, you had to do Hades. When it comes to like just a general theme like post-apocalyptic, that's like very um like not specific. Like you could really just like make any skin you want and just throw on some like quote unquote post apocalyptic like sort of vibes to it, you know what I'm saying? And just like put
Mhm.
them all in a battle pass and it'll work. Which is
Well, they literally did that with Magneto. Like perfect example of what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't mad about Magneto being in this season though, because I feel like it makes like something about it kind of makes how metal theme not that far from it, but it is
But
kind of
I almost think Magneto should have been saved for next season. Like
yeah.
Well, but here's
whole
the
Marvel
thing
season.
though. It's like I know a lot of people don't like to admit it because like they're tired of Marvel collabs, but the reality is like aside from the MCU, comic wise, there are dozens and dozens of characters that could fill up a battle pass for next season, and they could probably do 5, 6 more battle passes of just bangers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I literally did it twice on my channel with no duplicate characters.
Yeah, and like I will admit I did like Magneto would have been my next obvious choice for like a villain behind Doom. And but it's like now like there's still so many people that we can have next season.
Yeah. I feel like he's a good lead. Like we had Captain America in season 3 before the Nexus War, like in chapter 2, which
Yeah.
that was a little bit 4th of July, I'm pretty sure. But like still, it made sense because he was kind of leading us in there. I do think he should have been in the best though, but it makes sense what they did there.
I'm glad they didn't though, because like Iron Man's item shop skin looks so bad. So it's a good like Captain America being able to come back and
Yeah,
look
that is
good
true.
is great for people who didn't buy that battle
Yeah.
pass.
Plus that battle pass, there's nobody that I would take out of it. Like
Yeah.
I loved every single character from that.
Yeah. Um
Who do you think the worst skin from the past is?
A Scar.
The Nitro Dome lady.
Yeah,
Remaster
Scar.
Scar.
Oh, yeah, Ringmaster. I think her edit style with the helmet saves her from being terrible.
Nah, but
The hyena one?
what I will say is you're talking about the hyena one, right? Like with her mask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thing is, I think I showed you, Aggro, the survey one was so much
Yeah,
better. Like,
it did. Yeah, I don't know why they
I'm
had to
normally
change
not
Yeah.
one guy to compare like actual skins to surveys, but like, bro, it's
I mean, there were two completely different skins. Like they literally changed the entire skin.
yeah,
Yeah.
It wasn't even like a Aphrodite to Aphrodite comparison. It was like a hyena to a human.
Yeah. And I
She,
feel like this season really could be the one where they went out with the crazy, like, you know,
yeah,
crazy skins. Like it would have fit.
yeah.
Ooh. Someone in the chat said the bright bomber skin sucks.
I
I'm
don't
gonna have
disagree
to
with
try
that.
Bomber skin.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
yeah,
I don't think she sucks actually, but and I told Twisty this. I kind of changed my mind on her a little bit when I started with the helmet style, but I
Mhm.
still feel like, and this is a little bit of a hot take. I don't think she should have been in the battle pass. Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
It
We
definitely
have like
could
a
have been an
million
item
of
shop
these
skin.
skins, or like a
I-
cruise pack skin. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, it's like that's another weird thing is like the crew. Like that's what I thought like initially, or the biker dude that
Yeah.
was ended up being
Yeah.
the rank skin.
yeah,
But it's
I
like,
wish he was in the battle pass.
Yeah.
yeah, I
There's,
really
there's
like
no
his
point in
skin.
buying it. There's no point in buying it if you don't play ranked. So you get like the default style, but then you miss out on everything else.
yeah,
I feel
Yeah,
like for me, I would have taken out, and as much as I dislike Scar, I do like Bright Bomber more. I would have taken out Bright Bomber instead of Scar because I think Scar fits the season more, where Bright Bomber is just kind of there. Like it doesn't really feel like Bright Bomber should be in there.
yeah.
And I would have replaced with the motorcycle guy.
yeah. Plus, Ringmaster is like a boss on the map.
Yeah.
But I think you told me this, Aggro, but like T60 power armor, it like doesn't feel like a collab skin because it like fits with the theme
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah, seriously.
I hear like people talking about the collab, but like I feel like they could have done that exact skin and not made it a collab, and it would have been fine. Like it doesn't really feel like
Yeah.
even though it is a collab skin, it's not really that much of a collab skin in my opinion. How well themed
Just
it is.
make it look similar and just put a different name on it.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
have
like-
like the Black Knight style. That's like their own style. And that's like, I don't know, Chad, I'm not a Fallout fan. Let me know if it's like from one of the games, but as far as
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
a
that's a
Fortnite skin.
Fortnite thing.
Yeah, it's just. I think it's just a. I like when they do that though. Like when
Yeah,
they
it's
put their
cool.
own spin on a little thing like that with
They
the
did it with
collabs.
Magneto too. So I mean, both collabs we got this season were at least spins and like a Fortnite
Yeah.
style.
And see, I think Magneto's gonna have the same effect with me as Korra. Like I was not too thrilled or excited for Korra, but then when she came out, like my opinion completely changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not that
I'm
big of an
still
Avatar
salty.
fan, but I kind of thought Avatar, like an Avatar collab, made sense because they do have like godlike powers. So it wasn't
I
that
did
far
watch
from me.
Avatar. I did watch it, but the Legend of Korra was so much worse. Like it
Yeah.
was so bad.
I wouldn't say, oh, wow, okay. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's definitely a downgrade from original Avatar. 100%.
Well, it's
I mean,
something
I
like
didn't watch past the first season. I only watched the first season, so it might have gotten better, but what I watched, I didn't like that much.
but that's the thing like with Avatar, where you have something that's so like well received, it's really hard to make follow-ups to it.
Yeah.
So don't ask Aggro what happened in kindergarten with the yellow rug.
My
What?
friend, there's this kid at my school, and my friend went up to him and said, I knew you from kindergarten when I peed on the rug.
What?
Oh goodness.
So I went into an after and asked what he said, and that's what it was about.
That's crazy.
Let's see. I guess we can turn it over to chat with the battle pass now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, but while we're waiting on that, yeah, I don't know. I think the pass was pretty solid overall. I as a Marvel fanboy, I would have liked to seen a more classic Magneto, but like I think I can live with it.
I mean, who knows? We might get him next season. But
Is he gonna have a second style? He might have a second style. That's more
yeah,
like
his
the,
second style is like more. It's way more apocalypse themed than LSR. It's just like a mask with the cover on it.
But see, the guy that leaked Magneto also said Cyclops and Colossus were coming. So like
Yeah.
I could still see them
yeah.
doing like a Magneto in the item shop with those two.
Yeah.
Like a normal like comic style or something like that, you know, just
Yeah, they did that with Batman.
Yeah, true.
right.
They said Peabody is goated. I agree. I'm not gonna lie. At first I was kind of mixed on him, but then I used him a lot more, and he's really growing on me.
Yeah, that happened to me too. I didn't use him, but he slowly did grow on me. Because at first I didn't like him at all.
I just wonder who's gonna get the super styles.
Yeah, I don't think Peabody will, and I feel like I don't think T60 Armor will either.
Super styles have taken such a big downgrade since Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guess
I
That's-
miss like the Chapter 2 Season 2 ones where it would like slowly get more and more super, I guess.
Yeah. I think last seasons were good, but like you said, it was more of an upgrade like in chapter 2, which was cool.
yeah.
So, but see, the thing about the Peabody skin though is like, doesn't he have the least amount of edit styles in the past?
Yeah, but he also doesn't have any like clothing or anything like that can turn super.
Unless they do the vibe and stuff where they put it, the whole body is just consumed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was weird when they did that. I don't know.
Yeah, those are by
Those
far
ones
my
look
least
really
favorite
weird.
ones.
I didn't like last season's that much.
Last season's, I thought the was it the Titan ones, the last ones?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought
the
last ones were
Titan
good.
Flame.
The
Those
other
are
Those
my
are the only
favorite.
ones I really liked. I didn't get any of them though. I think I got one.
Yeah.
I always end up getting them, whether I like the season or not. Like I have FOMA, so I always want to make sure I get them all before they go.
Yeah.
I used
I
to get
used
the
to
bonus
get them
styles
all.
and then just quit
I
after
used to get them all, and then Primal, I just like got Spire Assassin and stopped.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Vibe and super styles were peak. Ugh.
Happens super styles were like the lowest of lows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like okay, I've said this before. I enjoyed vibing while it was happening. I don't think it's goated or like one of the greatest seasons ever, but I enjoyed it. And like those super styles are trash.
Oh yeah,
See,
it was a fun season. The battle pass was kind of weak, but like
Yeah.
it was
I
fun.
think that's the problem with the community though, especially with retrospective. It's hard for them to just be like, yeah, it was okay. Like I enjoyed it. Like I feel like one person's like echoes like, oh yeah, I loved it. Like exaggerates how much they enjoyed it, and the whole community just goes along with it. Because I know for a fact when that season was out, the community like 80% of Twitter was just trashing on it nonstop.
Yeah.
And Dragon Ball revived it a little bit.
I don't know. That season was just so boring in my opinion. Like there was the cool POI, whatever it was called, Brave Cave.
Yeah.
That was sick. Other than that, though, that season was not that good. Like there was.
I
nothing
feel like
going
the
on.
summer seasons are always somewhat boring, besides this one. But like I feel like a lot of them are.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, I
this
think-
one's breaking the curse.
Yeah. And
Chapter season 3 and 7 were good, and then the 2 ones after that were just not that good.
Yeah, Chapter 4, Season 3 was terrible.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't want to say terrible, but it was definitely my least favorite of a lot of that like chapter.
Thing is,
Yeah.
even if I like hate a season, I can find something good about said season.
Exactly.
Like I hate Wilds. Like it's my least favorite season, but Repeater Rifle was pretty good. Mammoth Pistol, you know, it had good stuff.
Yeah, I always say that season had a good loophole. It was just everything else kind of mid.
Yeah.
What with Wilds?
Yeah.
The jungle was just annoying. Like that really turned
Yeah.
me off from the season.
I mean,
You
the
just-
Raptors, bro. Like, I don't know why we have to bring those back. They're so
Those
bad,
Raptors
bro.
are so annoying.
Ever since they introduced animals, like, I don't know what.
Dude.
Whoever did that was just having, like, a bad day.
Animals
Are animals
serve no
still in?
purpose.
I think they have chickens in right
No,
now.
I don't think
Actually,
so.
they better remove those, too.
Chickens maybe.
See, like,
but who cares about
I
chickens?
feel like the Raptors would have been cool with like a Jurassic Park collab, especially for like a summer season.
Mm.
But like
Yeah.
just to throw them in there because you're like, ooh, look, jungle, summer, and they're just annoying. Like
Yeah,
they did
they
nothing.
always
but
aggroed
annoying.
you as soon as you landed. It was just like, you couldn't do anything.
Yeah. I feel like while we're on the topic of summer things, it seems like Pirates is gonna end up being the summer. Or not the summer
Yes.
update, but
I thought it was Greek mythology again.
no.
See, no, yeah, I saw that too. No, I saw that too. It was like there's a bunch. I think one of the skins is like
Yeah.
Hermes. Like they all have
Yeah, it was like
summer vibes to
Hermes,
them.
and then Cerberus is still on the map, and the Queen of the Underworld or something.
Well, they said
Well,
servers are still on the map because he was waiting for someone, which is probably like the
Yeah,
one.
he was waiting for the Queen of the Underworld. I saw some video
Oh,
about it,
okay.
like Synex6 something.
see, but that just doesn't. I don't know. Like, I would find it hard for them to like integrate pirates, especially as in a like a summer event, because then it has to be like more tied to the lore per se than just like a simple collab. But like, I don't get what you're gonna do with pirates with the wasteland.
Yeah,
But I
I
know
think
it's
Just
coming.
flood the map again.
It's coming, obviously. But it's like right now, like, what do you do with that?
no,
I
but
think it could make a little bit of sense. Like they could add. I mean, there are like what are they called? Oases on the map, and that
Yeah,
could
like there's a
like
big one in the middle of the map. Just put a pirate ship in there
yeah,
and call it a day.
while we're on the topic, Twisty, you were talking about how would it fit into the lore. If I'm being honest, not a single collab fits into the lore. Because before it was like, oh, the IO is bringing the all of them to the island. That's why they're all here. But now it's just like we can't have that excuse anymore. The IO's completely gone. Like there's not even a remnant of them left. There's just no like
I mean, to be fair,
are they just coming to the island? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
the lore is basically like busted.
Yeah.
And to answer the question about are they coming to the island, doesn't it have something to do with like the what they call it, like in the Big Bang when it had all those universes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I remember. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Like there's multiple universes. We know that, but it's like it's still like why are they choosing to come to the island, you know? It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I
Well,
don't know.
isn't there a bunker on the
choose.
island right now too that like has sounds coming out from under
Okay,
it?
but bunkers literally don't mean anything ever.
Well, they meant something with flipped like chapter 2 season 8, right?
Yeah. And this time there's
Is that
like
bunker on the map?
Yeah, I
Like the
think it
one that
was
they
on.
jumped in during the event?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was on the map a few weeks
it
before
was.
the event happened.
B-
Oh. Well, other than that, because there was the big bunker, the big redacted bunker, and when it opened up, it was literally just one room with nothing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, I was more so saying like the pirates. I guess what I was trying to say is like since it's a big event, like especially if you're doing it as the summer event, like I just don't see a summer vibe with the wasteland. But there are other portions of the map I get, like because last season was super easy to integrate a summer event because you had the jungle and all of that.
Yeah.
I think it's the best way to integrate a summer season because like it's kind of hard to do it in general, but they have to do some type of summer event. So I
Yeah.
think if they mix it in with the collab, they can at least make it a better summer event than the
Oh
past
yeah,
two.
I 100% agree. Like I would love for the Pirates collab to be the summer event,
Yeah, no, but I know what you mean. Yeah, it would be. It doesn't make sense.
and hopefully that means I would like to see them start doing mini passes for the events, like Fort Nightmares and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that would be
feel
sick.
like I feel like it's basically just like Fortnite's new thing. We're getting a mini pass, like a collab mini pass every season. I feel like it's just a given at this point. Like
I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of hype though. I heard some people complaining about it, but I kind of like that because I never disliked the collab because they bring in good items. Like I don't even really care about the skins anymore.
yeah.
I just care about what it's gonna do to the gameplay, which it's usually good.
Well, yeah, and you also think about it from like a consumer like perspective. Like for example, like Aang last season,
Yeah, like
like
it's a
people are
good
complaining
deal.
about the pass. Yeah, but you're already gonna spend like 1,500 at the least to buy an Aang skin in the item shop.
Plus like
So it's like,
yeah, sorry. Plus you get like all
so
those free rewards. Like the
yeah,
mini
exactly.
part of the mini pass is free, you know, so I don't know. I don't really see a problem with them. Especially since like
Yeah.
the gameplay is good. Like I thought the Avatar was update was good. I know that's like controversial to say. I like the TMNT event, Mega Star Wars event that was really good, you know? Like it doesn't like it's not like they're just saying, "Oh, look at here's this mini pass. We're not gonna change anything in the gameplay, but here's this mini pass." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because every
Yeah, but
single
what could they
pass
do for
is just
pirates?
I know
What gameplay wise is coming for pirates?
they have the what is it called? The
Flint knock.
flint knock, yeah.
And the cannons.
And then
They
treasure
reference like the
chests and
tree entries on
cannons.
maps.
Yeah.
I mean, like, are there going to be any like mythics for like the characters? Like, is Jack Sparrow going to get a mythic, like how the Bending mythics were in the game?
I was thinking about a
Or
sword,
is it
but I
just
feel like that just wouldn't work for this type of season. Like, it would just be kind of dumb.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things that like I don't remember how far in advance we knew about like the Avatar mythics, but I feel like that's the thing we'll probably figure out closer to it.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Avatar was pretty obvious. Like what else would they do?
Yeah, of course. Like, but I agree. Like, I can't really think of what they would do for pirates, but I mean, I'm sure if they're gonna justify it to be an event, they have something cooked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kraken
Yeah.
LTM.
Genuine question though, because we were talking about Fortnite lore. Do you guys think they like wasted Midas a little bit?
Like
Oh,
when he
for
came
sure.
I
back.
don't think they're done.
What?
When he came back.
I don't.
Yeah, like when he came back.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel
Are
like
they
we just
done with
didn't get
Midas?
anything
Was
out
that
of him.
it?
I think.
Well,
Well,
That
there
was
some,
it. Then it's like terrible.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I
there were
think
some theories that
Midas's
he didn't come
return.
back.
I think Midas's return is inevitably just to tease the Chapter 2 OG. Because what was it like? He was like, yeah, him and his crew are going somewhere else.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like
thought-
that's not gonna pay off until like maybe like a live event or something before OG.
Yeah. While
Yeah, I
we're
feel like bringing a character back like that needs some type of like big exit, but he just left the map. I mean, he was on Spawn Island for a little bit, but like, who cares about that?
yeah, but
Yeah.
he. While we're on the topic of Chapter 2 OG, I know it was in the roadmap that we were only gonna get the 3 seasons, but at the same time, it's like, do you really think we're only gonna get those 3 seasons? Because I really liked second half of Chapter 2, you
Oh
know, and like a
yeah.
lot of the community does. So it just seems
I
weird that
think
Epic
what they're
wouldn't
gonna
do
do.
it.
I think what they're gonna do is have like loot pool items from the other seasons, but I think to avoid the controversy of missing out on parts of the map, like from last OG, they're just gonna do the map of the first 3 seasons and then stop when it gets
Well,
to the marble map.
to be fair, Chapter 2's map didn't change as much as Chapter 1.
Yeah.
So like I
Well,
feel like they can,
I feel like it did at the start, and then at the last like 2 seasons, they did nothing.
yeah.
But not
well,
as at the start. It wasn't as much as Chapter 1. You're right.
I really want to experience like, you know, invasion and stuff again, like the UFOs and cubes, like all that stuff. Like I want to experience again.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be dumb not to go back to season 7.
Like-
I mean, I'm fine with skipping Primal, but like
Mhm.
season 5, season 7, season 8, I feel like those make
Yeah.
sense to go
Like
back
what
to.
are we gonna do with season 1?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
like-
who
It's like basic gameplay.
and it's like season 2, of course. Yeah, everyone's gonna be excited over that. Season 3, iffy, and then season 4 would be the
Really?
second. I would say
Yeah,
like
I
in
love
terms,
season
like,
3.
I thought that
No,
was
no,
really
no.
good
I'm
too.
saying in terms of like people being
Oh
excited
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. I know what
revisit
you
it.
mean.
And it's like season 4 would obviously be one of the most excited ones, but we're gonna get a Marvel season right before it. So it's like
I don't think they're gonna bring season 4 back. To be honest with you.
Well, yeah,
I don't
not
think
at
they
all, yeah.
can.
Well,
Yeah, I mean they do the Disney partnership now, but I still don't think they.
well, like here's the. I was gonna say this. What do you think the end event is gonna be? Because if we are only going through those first 3 seasons, then it wouldn't really make sense why we would go through the Chapter 2 end event again. Because like the Chimera haven't come, the Cube Queen hasn't come. You know, like the aliens haven't even come yet. So it's just like, oh yeah, the end event's happening. Like, what is it gonna be? You know,
Well, yeah,
Maybe
because like
Galactus
yeah.
could like come early.
maybe.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. Is I hope Chapter 2, the OG thing. I hope it is the end point of the current storyline and reboots it all. Because it's just
Yeah.
getting to the point where it's like, it's too confusing to pick up where you left off and act like they didn't actively avoid the storyline for the past couple years.
Well, wasn't the Big Bang event like the complete reset for the storyline?
We'll see.
I
You would
mean,
have
Yeah,
thought
but then
that,
nothing happened.
but nothing's really.
Yeah, I feel like this chapter has the same problem that Chapter 4 had, where they just keep introducing people and then nothing happens. Like they introduced
Yeah.
4
exactly.
different villains in Chapter 4.
Like the underground and the society, and then nothing happened with the underground or
Yeah.
society, and then Midas
Like,
comes
came back
back
from
and
that,
nothing
like-
happens with Midas.
Yeah, like where's Geno? Like where's
Like,
like
what-
that's what I
like-
was like. Chapter 4, season 1. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's a snapshot of Geno, and it made sense. And
Geno
then they're
died
like,
in a comic, didn't he?
Yeah, but he
I
was
thought
like
he came back.
he was rebuilding himself like slowly. But yeah, it's
Yeah, and then
I feel like
And this is the exact problem they have. Nobody actually knows what's happening.
yeah, and see, then you had Cato Thorn, who was another like big adversary, and then it's like, oh, I think it was Piper Pace told you in a quest line. It was like, oh yeah, he's gone, and
Yeah.
then boom, we're in OG the next week.
yeah, it's just like you had to fight Kato Thorn and then it's like, oh yeah, he's canonically dead now. Thank you.
Same
Like,
thing with
Kato was such
Zeus.
a great character, and they just like wasted him. Yeah, and Zeus. Yo, like the Greek gods just left.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
were
that
like,
was really
they're just
lame.
like, man, this chapter's lame. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that's what Fortnite's missing right now is that the live events, the spectacle is one half what people enjoy, but the reason we all loved it so much was like the continuation of like the story and teasing of like what's next. And
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
we have these little mini events where it's like, dude, like the thing they did with the Greek season, that was awesome. Like the random little events happening every other day. But it's like if that doesn't lead to anything other than just like teasing the theme of the season, like I think eventually people are just gonna get tired of it and you're gonna be back at square one of like complaining. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I'm not a
Like
fan
chapter
of
2 had
like,
a
go ahead.
chapter 2 had probably the best storytelling Fortnite's had
Mm,
because the live events and the things happening within the game actually meant something.
Yeah.
What season?
chapter
Chapter
2.
2, just all of chapter 2.
I feel like chapter 2, season 5 to what was it? Season 2 of chapter 3 was like peak for that
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I
Like
feel,
that. See, I think chapter 3 season 2 honestly did it the best because that end event was crazy for
yeah,
that season.
I'll say this, chapter 3, season 2 was definitely when they were like, okay, we're gonna focus on the story, we're gonna push this as much as we can. You know, we're
Yeah,
like, the war, it actually felt like the war was like happening around you with all like the voice line quests, you know. The map was constantly changing, and then we had that huge live event at the end, and that was insane, bro. I love that
yeah,
event
like
so much.
the end of that live event with Jonesy and I don't even remember his name anymore.
Foundation.
The
Yeah, the
foundation.
foundation like fist bumping that was sick, and then we go into vibing and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, oh, a war happened, we're chilling now. Like, come on.
But it also makes no sense because what was the I don't remember what the Marvel comic was called, but it was supposed to take place in the IO7 war. Died and then came back to life obviously, but he didn't die after that big fight with the robot.
Hmm.
Like that robot fight didn't even happen in the comics
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware.
It's
Yeah,
just
and
like
like
it just felt like they kind of threw it. Like, well, they did, but like you can just tell that they just don't care about the storyline as much as they used to.
Yeah, well, also about the storyline, the seven are just gone. Like, no, I mean, some of them had an explanation, like, oh, they were consumed by the chrome, but the Herald's gone now. Like, wouldn't
Outside
they,
of
like, kind of come back, you know? I feel like they just disappeared with no explanation.
the whole conclusion to that was just terrible. Like you had this whole build up with the chrome and like the island being consumed and they're like here's the big adversary of the season. She's defeated in a 5-second cutscene.
I
I know it
feel,
wasn't 5 seconds, but it
yeah,
was so short. And then like, yeah, now do this creative map where you're running around and retrieving items.
yeah, and
Yeah, that was
here's
terrible.
the thing, like, I feel like you could tell that, like, once Donald Mustard left, he was like, okay, here's a couple bullet points of what I want to do for the storyline, you know? And it's like, okay, the seven are gonna disappear for a while, and then we're gonna have this, like, Geno's gonna come back, and, like, all this stuff. But then Fortnite was just like, what if we just did this all at once? You know, we're just gonna cram it all into one season, and it just didn't work. And now they just had to reboot the storyline, and now it's still not
Yeah,
working.
that does
Yeah.
sound logical. Like wanting to bring somebody in, so they're like, let's get all these good key points up and over with, tie up the loose knots, start new. And then it felt like they wanted to do that with chapter 4, and then it just went nowhere. Because was it
Yeah.
what was the device that they were setting up on top of the gosh, I can't remember the POI name.
The Rift
Oh,
Gate. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they were setting up that whole device, and it was like, look at the stars, all that, and then
And what
Yeah.
even does someone in chat? Does anyone even know what that was, or was it? Did it just like? Oh
Oh,
yeah.
it
I thought it was.
it
I thought,
brought the Mega City.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think
Oh.
because Mega City fell out of the sky,
Mm. Someone in chat
and
said
then it,
I hate the metaverse. Do you think the metaverse is actively the reason that like fans hate
Yeah.
Fortnite right now? Like
I want to
I don't think
say,
it's the reason they hate it, but I think it's the reason why Battle Royale is like a little. It seems like Fortnite is a little disengaged with Battle Royale, which I think is
see,
honestly a bad thing.
I disagree though. Like I think the metaverse is the source of everyone's anger, but I think it's very like I think it's over dramatic because it's like I think the past 3 seasons with BR have been some of the best that we've had in a while. And I know that can
Oh,
be a
yeah,
hot
100%.
take, but it's like I haven't felt the and I'm other like think about to chapter 4 and chapter 3. Like right now, yeah, there are stuff that we're missing. But I feel like everyone's turned a blind eye to like chapter 4 had the same issues without the metaverse.
Yeah.
Like we had crappy events. We had a
Chapter
crappy
4 had
summer
bigger
event.
issues.
Yeah, and it's like
Like we
chapter
haven't
5
had a
now.
season. We haven't had
Go
a
ahead.
season that was as hated unanimously as Wilds.
I mean,
And we're 3 seasons into chapter. We're 3/4 of the way done with chapter 5.
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's just like I just feel like people are using the metaverse and using the age rating and using the rarities to like over exaggerate like their frustration, which I get, like it is a little frustrating, but I think people are letting that bleed into Fortnite like BR. Cuz BR, I don't know, like I said, I think it's just been the best that it's been since chapter 2 the past 3 seasons.
VR has been really good in the past, but the thing is, it's I feel like this is a really, really experimental chapter. Like Epic is really
Yeah.
just doing like, what if we added weapon mods? What if we added crazy powers? What if we just made the whole loot pool cars, you know? This is a really experimental chapter, and I feel like it's hitting for some people, like me, I feel like all of you guys have liked the past few seasons, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but I, it's just, I don't know, bro. It's really experimental. Lots of people are loving it. Lots of people are hating it, you know. And it's just like Epic's trying to find that balance point, you know.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, I mean, I guess the debate of if it's the metaverse or not really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, whatever the problem is affecting the player base. So like they have to figure it out, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
Well, you go. My bad.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
I feel like for me, and I do think that Fortnite should be able to branch out and create new things. I think it's a cool idea too. But and I am someone that did like chapter 4. I do think chapter 5 did do a lot of things better than chapter 4. Like talking about everyone in the player base. The problem is though, in my opinion, is that like the Star Wars update, it did really seem pretty half down, which we did already get the Avatar, kind of greedy to get. But I don't know. It just felt like we've got a May the 4th event for like the past 3 seasons, and this one was just terrible.
Well, but
I wouldn't say
yeah, that's what I was
terrible.
gonna
It was
say.
just
I
mediocre.
would
Yeah,
I understand the frustration behind that, like that event, but it's like I feel like that's like the one good example of people like I think there's a good reason to be frustrated with the metaverse because it is frustrating to see, you know, all this effort going into modes that you don't play, and then the main mode that you're playing is not getting what you want. Like, for example, like force abilities, there's no reason those shouldn't have been in BR. Like, no
yeah,
reason at all. But I don't know. Like the metaverse, I personally don't think I don't think it's been affecting BR.
yeah. I mean, I'll say I'm definitely a little bit ignorant. Like, there's definitely people that have just, and for me to say that I don't think they should exist, but I think that there's definitely something there that is taking a little bit away from back. But that's not my issue because there are people that do enjoy it.
Someone said mythic rideable frogs.
What?
So is there anything else that you guys wanted to hit on?
Not really. We could turn it over to chat right now.
Yeah. So if there's anything in chat that you guys want us to address, it doesn't have to be about the season, it could be anything. Just go ahead and drop it.
Hey,
There's
there's
Leviathan.
a Leviathan.
There's
Someone said there's an update tonight. Like
yeah,
it
it's
says
just
on
for
the lobby.
bugs.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
for bugs though.
it's the nerfs and the boogie bomb.
What would the ideal chapter 5 end event be for you guys?
I don't even know at this point.
Probably
I don't know, just
another
something
Marvel event.
story.
How else
Yeah.
could they destroy the map?
Exactly.
I bring Midas back and
That
have
always
like Travis
works
build or
when
something.
they destroy the map.
What's worse, Wilds or Primal? I think Primal,
Primal?
100%.
Yeah, I think Primal all the way.
Yeah, probably Primal.
Wilds didn't do anything insulting. It was just
Yeah.
painfully average. Primal was just annoying.
Yeah, I think Wilds wasn't that bad. It was just pretty cool. Like I would still put it at C tier, but I'm putting Primal F tier.
Oh, for sure, I
I'm D
agree.
tier. I put Primal. I put WoW's D tier or something like that. But
Primal was
Primal was just
also
bad.
Primal was also a really big like no, I don't want to say motivation, but like it just like kind of was like a letdown after Chapter 2 Season 2, Chapter 2 Season 3, Chapter 2 Season 4, and Season 5, which I personally enjoyed all of them a lot.
Yeah.
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 And then Primal came out and it was just terrible.
I think
Yeah,
the
and
idea was there. The idea there was there, but the execution was just not it.
the storyline was like really hyped before that too, and it just felt like it probably wasn't supposed to be there. Like
Yeah.
it felt like that wasn't the. I mean, I'm not the one who writes the story, but it felt like that was not the direction it was supposed to go. But it did.
Someone said,
The
"Oh, go
the
ahead, guys."
cinematic intro event at the beginning of Primal was really, really cool.
Yeah, that
And
Oh
was
yeah.
I think they need
Oh
to do
yeah,
that
that
again.
was the
yeah.
I think that was
like
one of the
those little
brightest spots of Primal.
I think that was a
solo
peak of
live
Primal,
events
honestly.
that you have. Yeah, that's one thing that I think Epic could benefit from is like every once in a while have like just a little solo live event that you have at the beginning of the season. Like that would be cool. Like imagine
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
other people
this
didn't
this
like that, but I thought it
season.
was pretty cool.
Imagine this season, you just see the sandstorm coming and the boat like comes towards the island, and then the entire sand
Yeah.
biome like crashes down, and then you just like are shown the POIs, you know?
Yeah, and like the mythic cars like storming at you.
Yeah.
Like it'd be so sick.
Yeah,
Said Wilds was the worst biome to date.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I agree.
I think what Primal introduced
Probably.
was worse than that.
I don't
Because
think the
Well,
primal
Wilds
biome is
had
bad.
the grind rails and the plants, and it had some like creaky compound. That was a pretty cool POI. But Primal's POIs were just ugly. Like they just did not look
Primal
good.
looked bad, but the jungle in Wilds was just so annoying. Like
yeah,
it
dude.
was I swear I
Aesthetically,
would die to fall damage.
Yeah,
aesthetically,
the amount of
I
storms.
love the jungle, but bro, it was
Yeah.
so annoying to just navigate. Like the raptors were annoying, mud was annoying, the POIs were really mid. I'm sorry, Aggro. I know you said you like creaky compound, but I don't know.
I mean, I think it's mid, but I think Primals were just bad.
Mm,
Which like I feel like they put some stuff into Primals where with Wilds they didn't really try that much. But like I just don't think they ended up having a good POI.
Someone said the best biome is the reality biome, and
Oh, get out of here.
I
What was that?
it was the purple biome from Chapter 3, Season 3 with the reality.
Oh,
Oh,
Like the
yeah,
trope.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
My bad.
that looked good. That looked pretty good. I don't
Yeah.
think it was the best, but it looked good.
I think especially like at night that POI genuinely looked amazing, bro. Like
Yeah.
See,
I think
I
it was
just
I
didn't
guess
best
the
like.
though.
reality tree.
yeah,
I
the
didn't like that it
Reality tree was
destroyed
cool.
Greasy Grove. I didn't like that it destroyed that.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a little weird.
I actually forgot about Greasy Grove. I'm not gonna lie.
I forgot that was on
Like
Chapter
when they
3.
destroyed it, I just never went there.
Yeah.
I think the Mega and the medieval Primals was like really cool.
Oh, dude, the Chapter 4 map was so underrated.
Yeah, I don't really I know that there was a
Pre
little less POIs on it, but like
pre
it looks so
Wilds.
good.
Pre
yeah.
The
Wilds. I want to
Mega
emphasize
POI
that.
was super awesome.
Mega
Like,
City? Oh
do
yeah,
you have
Yeah.
awesome POIs?
I've said this before,
Mega
but
City
Mega
is
City
the
overkilled
best in my
it.
opinion.
Mega City
Oh,
Yeah,
for
any
overkilled it.
day.
sure.
Mega City is the best POI they've added to the game on the POI exists.
Yeah, the map was just so nice. Like I liked landing I think it was called Lonely Labs. I landed there a lot.
I
Yeah.
forgot about
Um,
I
Lonely
think if
Labs.
I think if you take out Wilds from like the entire map and you keep the stuff that we got in what's it called Last Resort, you have like one of the best maps in here.
Yeah.
visually
Weren't
too.
chapter 3 and chapter 4 supposed to be the same chapter?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
sucks. If they combined those two chapters, it would have. I've said this so many times already, but it would have been my favorite chapter. Probably.
Oh, dude,
100%, bro.
the chapter 3 with a better loot pool would have been peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it had like what chapter, because chapter 4 had like one of the best
Oh
loot pools
yeah,
in my opinion,
chapter
and
4
chapter
had
3 had one of the best maps. So if you
Yeah.
combine the two, like you're one of the best chapters in your hand.
And see, I
Chapter.
think I've boiled that down to being my biggest enjoyment factor of Fortnite, which I don't think it's that crazy because it's the core gameplay is the loot pool. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I think I look back on chapter 3 with just such like bias towards it of not liking it as much. Because I
Yeah.
just remember it's just like every single season of that chapter, it was just like I had one loadout that I wanted, and it was like if I picked up stuff like the charge, like it just felt so bad.
Yeah.
I think the Spider-Man webs were like the best part of the entirety of
Oh,
Jumping
dude.
League.
Yeah, and the MK7. I love the
Yeah,
MK7.
I'm someone crazy.
Hold on. Someone said, you guys play any other games other than Fortnite? If so, which ones are your favorite? Recently, I've been playing Multiverses lately. Been having
I
fun
gave
with
that a
that.
try again yesterday.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was looking
Um,
at it. I still like Smash more, but I feel like I'd probably enjoy Multiverse a little.
Yeah.
yeah, Multiverses just has a couple nicks that they need to work out. Like, I don't know. It's like the
Yeah.
whole rotation
I
thing kind of annoys me.
I
I
just feel like
haven't
I'm
played
not gonna
The
play
thing
Multiverse.
it.
is, it's a free-to-play game, so I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I haven't played it since it came back out, like just re-released. But I did play it before, and it was pretty fun. I enjoyed
Oh,
it a lot.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like gameplay
I
wise, I
just
really
wish
like it.
I wish they like had more characters from other franchises because I swear half the roster is from DC.
Yeah.
Like, because
There's
they
a
have all of Cartoon Network to work with.
well, I think they're making an effort because it's like they have Jason now. Like I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I feel like if they because there's that Nickelodeon one too that's just bad. If they took the
Yeah.
Nickelodeon characters and then the Warner Bros, that would be a good
Oh,
competitor to
dude.
Smash Bros.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that
100%. Like,
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Yeah, and you put
dude,
Garfield in that, it's peak. I'm just saying.
SpongeBob and Garfield versus Batman. Like, come on.
Exactly.
But for me, yeah, I play it just depends. Like I like single player games too, but I'd say like live service at the moment, I play Rocket League and Mortal Kombat.
Hmm.
If you can
Yeah.
call MK1 live service. It's pretty
I'd say for now, it's definitely live service.
yeah. If you
For
call
me,
yeah.
for me, I just play like single player games on like Fortnite's the only online game I. But I gotta
Yeah,
go
same.
Zelda, bro, or Majora's
Yeah,
Mask.
yeah, yeah.
Peak gameplay right there. And
I
Tears of the
love
Kingdom.
Zelda.
I know you know with that Cosmo.
We were talking about multiverses,
Yeah,
but
Zelda's probably my favorite game.
I said this a while ago, but I'm just telling you, like a Disney like Smash Bros or like multiverses game like has some huge potential, I'm telling you. The amount
Was
of
that not rumored for a while?
it was rumored, but I think it ended up being debunked. But like still,
Yeah, dude.
it
That
like
would be the catalog behind that game would be insane.
chat, you
Yeah.
guys do not understand how much Disney owns. Like it's actually crazy.
If you got Marvel characters in there and like Star Wars, that'd be sick. I mean, they have
Yeah.
Star Wars and Brawling out, but nobody
Well,
plays
dude,
that.
see,
They just have
that's
so many. They have so many
Yeah.
franchises to work with if they did that.
Also, people
Yeah.
forget they own 20th Century Fox, and that owns like a lot of franchises. Like
yeah, for real.
Planet of the
I feel like
Apes, like just a bunch.
they just have like a weak roster of characters right now.
Disney owns 20% of my house. It's probably true.
At this point, Disney probably owns the world, and like they're just
Well,
secretly running everything on the strings.
yeah, it's like Disney, this the firepower they have. Like you said with that fighting game, like they could release that fighting game purely with like Star Wars and Marvel characters, and that concept alone would sell it.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
That's not counting the original IPs, like or things that they have
National
purchased.
Geographic, they could put some tigers in there.
Heck
They
yeah.
own that now.
yeah. The
What is it,
National
Steve Irwin?
Geographic platform fighter about to
Steve-
go
They could put
crazy.
the voiceover guy in there as the announcer.
Oh yeah, like the dude who voices over all those like those nature documentaries. He's the announcer.
Yeah.
Like, you know how in like multiverses they have like Tom and Jerry as like one character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if they
Yeah.
did that with the 3 Duck twins or 3 Duck
Oh
brothers.
yo,
that'd be sick.
Huey,
That'd be like
Louie,
Ice
and Louie.
Climbers from
Yeah,
Smash.
that would be crazy. I grew up with DuckTales, bro. That show went crazy.
Oh wait, doesn't Disney own Hulu now too?
Oh yeah, they do. They own like
Yeah.
You got
all the
Family
rights to
Guy.
Hulu.
Actually,
Peter
who's Family Guy
Griffin
owned by?
fighting
Like,
Mickey
actually,
Mouse about to go crazy.
Family Guy was owned by Fox. They got Family Guy when they bought Fox.
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, hey, that means you can do Peter Griffin versus what's his name, Homer Simpson.
For
'Cause I
real,
think
yeah.
Disney
Well,
owns
we
Simpsons,
already
right?
had that in a episode, I'm pretty sure, but still.
Yeah.
Speaking of Homer, do you guys ever think they're gonna do a Simpsons collab? Because I like Family Guy opened the floodgates, and Futurama too.
At some point, definitely, but I don't really know when they could do it in the future. Chapter 6 Battle Pass, maybe.
Because
I
I feel
need a
like
The Boys collab. That's like my most desired collab.
Mm.
really,
I haven't seen The Boys yet. I just don't have
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not.
that's good.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
I
like
feel
my
like if
biggest.
Invincible happened, they could probably bring it to the game.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, like before it was like the show's too mature, but then they added Invincible. So
yeah, the only difference there is like animation, but I feel like it's still pretty gruesome where they can do it. Like I
Yeah.
feel like with how much Invincible shows with how gruesome it is, it's like the same amount of
Yeah,
gruesomeness there.
thing is, like before I was thinking like, oh, they wouldn't add like anything too gruesome, you know, like Fortnite's T for teen, but like at the same time, like it's played by a lot of kids, and so just like adding that character to the game, they're just gonna be like, oh, I wonder who Omni-Man is, and they just look him up on the internet, and they're just traumatized for life. But like since they added Invincible, like I feel like anything's possible at this point.
also too, you have like Michael Myers. Like if a kid looks up Michael Myers on YouTube, they're traumatized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said
and
if we
before
ever
that
got
they
a.
had
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
they had people like Travis Scott in the game in like chapter 2. And I mean he's not like gonna traumatize kids, but he's like definitely not meant for kids,
I
you
feel
know?
like the difference
Yeah.
is the difference is he's a music artist, and like there's a lot of like clean versions of his songs out there, you know? Like
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like there's a
Yeah.
difference between like just hearing some dude rap about like drugs and stuff, between like
Versus.
actually seeing
Yeah.
just some like dude just like be held in front of a train and then just watching him just go through a bunch of people's bodies, you know? Like that's a bit different.
Yeah.
So someone said if we ever got a movie collab season, what movie character would you want to see in the past?
Hmm.
It's a good question.
I'd want to see like probably Back to the Future, like,
Yeah,
mm,
I
dude,
would I
I
would
want
have said
Scooby Doo.
yeah, that's a good one.
yeah,
I would have said Pirates of the Caribbean, but that's already coming.
Yeah,
yeah. I literally can't think of like too many big movie franchises that aren't already in Fortnite. Like,
yeah. Like
Exactly.
there's some things like Jurassic Park, but that's not really skin based. Like that would be like the Jeep or like Raptors added, T
yeah,
Rexes,
thing
something
is
like
like
that.
Jurassic Park, like as iconic of a movie as it is, like people don't think of it because of like the characters. They think of it because it's like big scary dinosaurs,
Yeah,
you know. It's not
yeah,
like, and I like Jurassic Park. I like that movie a lot, but like it's a dinosaur movie. It's not a movie that you go to for like the
yeah.
character.
It's like Jaws.
Yeah,
Godzilla would be cool.
Godzilla would be
I
cool.
feel like
Like a
Not
Godzilla's
necessarily as
almost
like
Godzilla.
a
like the
skin.
skin.
I think
Yeah. But
King.
PUBG did the like sorry.
There you go. Go ahead.
PUBG did the thing with like Godzilla and King Kong just like over the map, just like fighting mid match. I don't really know how it worked gameplay wise, but if Fortnite did something like that, it'd be really
I don't
cool.
think it even did anything. I think it just like they were there, and it was just like, oh, that's
Oh.
cool.
Well, if it actually had something to do with the game, I think Fortnite could make it work.
See, I think King Kong would have been pretty cool with Wilds in the jungle. That would have been pretty sick.
Yeah. Hmm.
Like
We
I
need a
said,
Shrek collab.
they should have done the what's it called? The Predator skin in Primal and got name right.
Oh,
I don't know
dude,
why
that
he
would have
was
been
in there.
Yeah,
sick.
you told
That
me
would have
that.
been
That would
sick.
have it would have fit the theme so much well. Here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Marvel season is how you integrate collabs good, and chapter 2 season 5 is how you integrate collabs just like wrong, you know? Cuz like
Yeah.
Yeah,
with the
Nothing
Marvel
happened.
season, you know, you had all the mythics, you know, they integrated the collabs in a way that made sense. But like for this one, it was just like here's Street Fighter, here's Terminator, and like nothing came out of
here's
that. It was
Walking
just
Dead,
skins.
Kratos, Master Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really liked that season, but there's so much wasted potential
I
in it. Like
love
they
pop
could have
culture
definitely done something for
references,
Kratos.
like that's just what it was, you know?
Yeah.
It did feel like a big advertisement.
For real. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to find some way to keep the game. I mean, not even in a negative way, but they had to keep the game alive in some way after
Well,
the season.
think about it. You're coming off of
Yeah.
arguably, I think, even player count wise, one of your biggest seasons with
Yeah,
the Marvel season.
yeah, Galactus
So it's like,
event was the most viewed event in Fortnite.
yeah. So they could have interpreted that as like, oh, collabs are the future, which I think we saw them with that mindset for a while, and arguably, they still have that integrated to a point. It's like it makes sense why they went crazy with collabs the next season.
I'd say like
Which I'm happy they did. I just think that they did kind of waste them by
Yeah,
just
there's a
not
lot of
doing
those that
anything.
they could have saved, like could have held on to and did some really cool stuff with.
Yeah.
Like Walking Dead, like that could have been really cool for like a Halloween event.
Yeah, we didn't even get a crossbow too when they got added. Like
Yeah, like
nothing.
you could have added zombie NPCs to the map. I mean, they could still do that type of stuff, but the novelty of like the collab's already been here is gone.
Yeah. It's not as hype.
yeah. I don't really I think at this point, honestly, like collabs are just like a part of Fortnite's identity. Like you think of Fortnite, it's like, oh yeah, that's the game with like all those collabs in it, you know? I just and I don't really think that's a bad thing, because if I'm being honest, Fortnite probably does collabs like the best that any game could possibly do them, you know? Like you have the
Yeah.
skins, you have like all the emotes, the like you know, you have all that. But you also have like gameplay elements that like shake up the game, so it doesn't really feel like completely meaningless.
Yeah, I agree.
Like just the soulless cash grab.
Yeah, I feel like a little bit of chapter 3. It felt like they were just adding a lot of collabs.
Yeah.
Like the start it did, but then halfway through
Every
it
tier
just felt like
100
they were wasted.
every tier 100 skin of chapter 3 and every tier 100 skin besides chapter 4 season 1s were collab skins. Like every tier 100 skin
I thought
besides the ageless.
I
No,
thought chapter
chapter
4
4
season
wasn't, but chapter
When
3
chapter
was, yeah.
4 started, every tier 100 was original. Actually, no, Optimus was
Yeah, I think
Optimus was,
Optus is the only
yeah,
one that wasn't. But
because
chapter 3, yeah.
season 2 was gosh, what I forgot her name.
Mizuki.
Was it not the guy from
Mizuki?
Attack on Titan?
No, he
No,
was the
he was the
he was the
secret skin.
secret skin.
And then Kato
Oh.
Thorn was the tier 100 for season 4, and then Ahsoka was secret skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking then. The secret skins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Also,
would
Well,
personally,
still, we haven't
I,
had
pref-
any original secret skins
I
for
prefer
a long
secret skins
time.
being collabs over tier 100, to be honest.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that they should honestly make it like that every season. Like, I'm kind of chill with it being a collab skin.
Yeah, because like for me, if Magneto would have been tier 100, I would have been like so much more stressed getting to tier 100. But now I know he's gonna drop in a random day in July, and I'm gonna be able to unlock him in like 2 matches.
Yeah.
Personally, I wish both were original, to be honest.
Well, yeah, in a good world, like I think the collabs should be dropped in the middle of the pass, like Fallout and then Doom.
Yeah.
Like I think those
Like
are a good way.
tier 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wish secret skins were still secret, like in chapter 1.
Yeah, at this point they should either
Yeah.
call it like the special skin or the bonus skin. I feel like
Yeah,
special
for real.
skin
Do they
rolls
still
off the
say
tongue.
secret skin?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I don't even know what they say anymore. Do they actually?
Yeah,
Like,
they do.
Do you? I feel like you. I don't read the patch notes, but
Yeah, they do. It's like
I
unlock Magneto, unlock the secret skin Magneto. Like, and then it's like the secret skin in all caps Magneto.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be cool if they would just tease them, like keep it a little bit of a secret, like at least until the update
like
where we
with
get
Predator.
super styles.
Like with Predator.
Yeah,
Predator was
Predator
like
was,
that.
yeah.
Wasn't Predator?
Oh. No, they didn't. That was one of them.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
they
a
kept
secret
them
skin,
pretty
but they like
secret.
revealed cosmetics by the week, and then like you just knew when
I
he
think they did that with
by the
Neymar
time.
too, but everyone knew that it was him.
So
No,
yeah,
with Neymar they said it right away. With
They
Neymar
did?
they didn't reveal the skin, but they said it right
Oh
away.
yeah, they said
that
who it
Neymar
was.
Jr.
Yeah, that's true. So
yeah,
those are just waste of a
I
secret
think that'd be a cool idea to release the by week, like the items in the secret for the secret skin, and have
That's
it
how they
lead
used to
up.
do it. It wasn't.
Yeah.
They did that with Deadpool.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of chill with collabs being secret skin just because I think it builds up hype over time. Like a lot of people, whether we will or not, are gonna leave the season, but if they see a collab that they like as start playing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how much I like the idea of locking like skins away as like especially collab skins in a battle pass, but I mean just what
Yeah.
happens next.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like battle passes, like the way Fortnite does them, it's cool because it's like a very good deal. Like at least 10,000 V-bucks worth of cosmetics for just 1,000, you know? It's a really good deal. But at the same time, like it's just, oh, you didn't play it this time? Boo-hoo. Like Cry Me
Yeah.
a River, you know, like you can't get them anymore. And
I think
that sucks because it's like very iconic movie characters like Darth Vader, Superman, Spider-Man. Like these are all characters that are like the faces of pop culture, and it's like you can't get them anymore. So that just
Yeah, for
sucks.
real.
I think that's why they put Korra in the past instead of like Aang. So what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Put Aang in the past and then everybody else comes to the shop? Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
I will say though, I think another good thing at least about having them as secret with the 13100 you just can't do.
Your mic cut out. What did you say?
Oh my, am I back now?
You're good. Yeah, we can hear you
Okay.
now.
I said the one thing I also think about secret skins or the collabing in secret skin is once they come out, you can kind of unlock them immediately as long as you buy the back.
Yeah,
Where if
yeah.
they're
Yeah,
any other tier other than one, you just can't do.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Someone said the secret skins are too easy to get.
I
I
feel like
think
that's a good thing, you know? It's like
yeah.
it's just like I don't really feel like you should have to just like grind for a bunch of challenges, you know? Like you need to grind to get this skin. Like it's just like I feel like that's what the tier 100 skin is for. Like you grind for the tier 100 skin and then it's worth it when you unlock it. But like for the secret skin, it's just the secret skin. Like I don't really feel like you have to grind for it, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a bonus, really.
Yeah, it's more about the weight than the actual grind for the skin.
Yeah. Someone said collabs shouldn't be in battle passes. Honestly,
See, I
Um
would have said that a few seasons ago, but I think I've like I'm fine with them being the secret skin, but like I'm not fine with them being the tier 100. If you asked me
Yeah,
in chapter
no,
3 if I
for
wanted
yeah,
sure.
collabs
yeah.
in the past, I would have said no because I want an original tier 100. But I'm completely fine with them being the secret skin.
Yeah, it
Yeah, they
seems
should
like
be 200
Epic's
no matter
just like
what.
it seems like Epic's just like, okay, we're done with collab tier 100 skins. Like we're not gonna do that anymore, you know? Like they've definitely
yeah.
moved on from it and they're just like, okay, we're just gonna make a really good original tier 100.
Yeah. I think the only bad thing about putting them in the battle pass is that their people can't get them again, which I just think is dumb that they do that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I kind of like it at the same time.
Yeah, it's
Aren't
like a
they?
double-edged sword.
Yeah, aren't they bringing back or like they're bringing variations back? To those skins?
I mean, the problem is like you
They-
can't really bring back that many old like variations of certain characters. Like for Darth Vader, that's the only variation. Like you could like oh yeah, technically it's
Exactly. Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker, but like bro, it Darth Vader. There's only one Darth Vader. Like for Spider-Man, there's multiple versions of Spider-Man, you know? Like
Yeah.
you could do that. But Rick, like Rick Sanchez, um I mean, actually no, there are multiple versions of Optimus Prime. But like there's a lot of
Yeah, because they
characters
they
that are
have like
just locked.
Well,
basically any Marvel skin could come back
Yeah.
in a
yeah.
variation.
I think it's kind of crazy though. The two Wolverines we have in the game are both locked behind. Like you can't get them anymore.
Well,
Yeah,
to
Oh
be
yeah,
fair,
because one's
yeah,
in the
there
tier.
are skins like Wolverine. Like Wolverine, they kind of locked him down because you have his classic like comic look, you have his original like yellow and brown suit, and then you have his Logan
I
like tank top style.
I bet
Yeah.
there'll be one for
yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, while we're on the topic of Deadpool and Wolverine, did you guys see the popcorn bucket for that thing, bro? That looks
Yes,
crazy.
it's interesting, to say the
They
least.
want us to smash the popcorn buckets now, like
If I have to, I mean, if I have to.
Hey, you know what? They are kind of going after the Dune one too. 'Cause Dune one looks really.
Well, honestly, I didn't think about that. That probably is like a little jab at him
Yeah, I feel like.
because the Doom one definitely was not on purpose.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah,
The amount
but they
of
also just like uncomfortable to eat out of too. Like sticking your hand in that, like it's gonna be so annoying. I feel.
yeah.
I never understood the point of that bucket.
Is it I haven't seen Dune 2 yet, but I'm pretty sure it's
I haven't
like a
seen either though.
creature in the movie, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
Like a sandworm or whatever
yeah,
it's
it's a
called.
giant worm.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we just do it in Fortnite?
Yeah, we
Uh,
do.
yeah, we
Okay.
do.
Yeah,
Did the skins come back for the new movie though?
Yeah, I don't think they did
I
because
don't
I
think
don't
they
remember
did.
seeing them.
Yeah.
I don't think
It
I
was like
remember
3
seeing it
days
for a
ago.
I don't
while.
remember them coming back. Who just said game is game in chat?
It's the guy from my channel.
Oh,
Well, is there anything else you guys want to touch on?
mm,
Um,
not really.
where would you guys put this on the tier list? Like off of the season launch?
So far,
Yeah,
I would say I'd comfortably put it at A.
Yeah,
yeah.
me
I'd
too.
probably put it high A.
Yeah.
I think it's very safe as long as we have. I mean, I think the updates are already positioning it to be a good season with the items, Magneto with his mythic. I think
Yeah.
as long as they nail the summer update, I think we'll be good.
Well, yeah, because Epic does go on break, like in a little bit. But as long as they set those updates there and like have them ready, I think we're chilling.
100%.
Because they didn't do that with season 1. Like we were getting one item every 2 weeks, and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's good.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys are done, chat, make sure you go check out Cosmic and give him a subscribe if you haven't.
Yes,
I think his thing is in the title, so you can just click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but
So yeah,
I'm giving out candy to everybody that subscribes.
what
Yeah.
type of candy?
All kinds of candy.
all right,
All the kinds.
Specifically the ones in white vans.
all right, all right.
As long as it's not Tootsie Rolls, it's chill.
I like Tootsie Rolls. I'm sorry.
Dude, Tootsie Rolls are underrated.
You guys like Tootsie? I don't know, bro.
Dude, the Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie Pops are good,
Oh,
but Tootsie Rolls, I don't know.
Mm.
someone just said that. Oh, I thought they said they thought Cosmic was Rim.
No, Rem's not here today because he was looking.
Yeah, Rim will be back.
Rem
next
actually
week.
got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to fire Rim.
Kicked him off.
It was because he was a season 3 hater before it dropped, so we had to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Even listen, you can't change your opinion on the internet, guys.
Yeah,
That's
all
the
right,
first
guys.
step.
For chat, next week when
Imagine-
Rim comes back, tell him it's too late. He cannot
Yeah.
praise season 3.
Yeah,
He can't come back.
imagine having your opinion change. Like, come on, bro. Boo.
It's not
Couldn't be
allowed.
me. Boo.
All right.
We should cancel him on Twitter like they did to Smurf.
I got canceled twice, bro.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. He said season 2 was good. And everyone
Listen,
talks about him.
Just need to stop with all the fisting and you'll stop getting canceled.
Yeah, come on, Smurf. What's with the fisting, man?
All right. Goodbye, chat.
All right.
All right, thank you
See you
guys
guys.
for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.